everybody. If you've been following along on my Instagram page, you have seen a few snippets of what I've been doing in my stab bound notebooks. I breezed through these recently and I thought I'd do a flip through of those. And I made a ton of paste paper yesterday and I wanted to show those as well. If you're interested in how I made these, I do have a video. I have a couple of videos that I'll link below if you're interested in making some of your own. Also in the description, I'll put a time stamp on the various things that I'm doing a flip through of. So if you're interested in one or the other, you can just skip ahead to that part. I'll start with my circles in this one. And then I'll go to this one, which is more like collage-y, and then I'll do paste paper at the end. So I'll set these aside for now. Maybe I'll just put this to music. So start the music now. I did forget to mention, and I'll mention now, that for this notebook, I chose to use 2 colors only, and I chose to focus on circles. And I tried to make as many different circle patterns as I could with 2 colors, circles, and actually I only used 2 paintbrushes as well. So I'll show those in just a second. For the black, I used this Sumi ink. It's lasted me quite a while. I got it at Hollander's a few years ago, but I'm sure you can find it other places as well. And when I use my Sumi ink, I like to put it in a contact lens container so that I don't have to have the whole thing open and it just stores just a little bit at a time. I also used watercolor. I actually forget what the color is called that I used, and it's actually in here, but it's almost gone, so that's not really helpful, but hey. I also used 2 brushes for these patterns, which are soaking right now, but they're both Simply Simmons, which aren't very expensive. I actually got them for a watercolor class. So I used the 6 and the 1 inch for the patterns that I did. All right, so for my next flip through, still that, I don't know if it's considered a Japanese stab bound book. I think it is, that's what I've been calling it. I'm not sure if Japanese stab bound books need to have 4 holes or more. This might just be a side bound book, but anyways, I'm calling it a Japanese stab bound book. If anyone has information about that, let me know. I decided to watercolor these pages. This is just 70-pound drawing paper, and I wanted to experiment with some different materials to see how the drawing paper would behave. And I thought I would just experiment with some different collage, kind of like ripped paper collage, just to see what kind of compositions I liked, because I haven't really explored this style before. So I used craft paper, book paper, and then I had one small, well, it was like a 5x7 piece of this black and white paper that I used as well. I also used some pen, and I used some of the Sumi ink and I played with different kinds of mark making. And then eventually I found this color swatch in a magazine that I was using for a glue mat, and I thought it would go well with some of these pages. If you would like to learn this type of binding, I have a tutorial in one of my recent videos, and I have a kit where you can make 2 notebooks just like this with the same exact paper on the inside. So that's in my Etsy shop. There's so many cover paper options, which is a super fun little project that you can work on. And here we go with my paste paper. I answered a lot of questions in my other paste paper videos, but if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. But I was really feeling the rainbow vibe yesterday. So a lot of these are some sort of rainbow pattern, different sizes, different shapes. Well, not shapes, but different kind of like sizes of the rainbow. Some of these have some shimmer in them, which I'll try and show when we get there. I just really like the boldness of the patterns against the really colorful background. These are mostly matte finish. Some of them have just a touch of gloss, but I would say that these are mostly matte finish. But of course, if you use an acrylic paint that's glossy, you will end up with a glossier finish. I believe I used a matte finish acrylic paint mostly. This one has a little metallic sparkle to it. Let me see if I can capture that on my camera. Kind of. This is probably my least favorite one, but I was just exploring, so why not? I really like these really tall rainbow shapes. This one has some metallic in it too. Let me try and capture it. This one I think is pure metallic. Kind of cool. The camera really isn't quite picking up the color of these very well. So either trust me that they're a little bit brighter than what the camera is showing, or maybe I'll try and figure out how to fix it before I post this. I hope you enjoyed this flip through of my 2 notebooks and seeing all of my paste papers. I'd love to hear which part was your favorite part of the video. And if you did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more paper and bookbinding videos, and I'll see you next time.